I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
Okay, thank you, Rikishi. Glad to have you on board today.
Yeah, good to see him. It's really difficult with his ass and his thong sitting here.
It's very distracting.
It is. I'm just hoping he doesn't stink face me.
I'm pretty sure, Rudy, you don't actually have to wear these outfits to this.
No.
Thank you.
Please, you can wear a normal shirt and pants.
Okay, getting right into it.
Yeah.
Raw this past week, just
Quick run through. Enzo opened the show. Really good promo. Really good for him. Said a lot of different stuff. Really brought out the whole thing with the Cass. And then they went to a backstage segment with Cass, and Enzo jumped him. I was kind of surprised by that. But, it is what it is.
they had to have him do it.
Yeah, it was a good segment. I thought it was good. Set up a match for them at Heated Testicles.
Yes.
What else happened on Raw? Joe and Lesnar had a little sit-down interview. Joe said, you know what? Why are we sitting here talking? Why are we waiting? I'm going to come find you. Went to go find him, and he got shut down because they did not want them fighting at all.
Yep.
No, another good segment. Another good, moment with a bunch of heated words between him and Lesnar. I thought it was good. What else happened? Rollins and Bray calling each other out. Nothing really too special there. It was just setting them up for a feud. Finn versus Cesaro. That was a good match. Really good match.
Usually is a good match whenever Finn's involved.
Even Cesaro.
Excellent.
Cesaro is so underrated. He really is. I really wish Vince didn't hate him. He's so good.
Just imagine what's going to happen when Vince finally goes
leaves
fully
and
crazy.
Triple H says, "Okay, this is what we're doing." Cesaro's going to get pushed. One of the first people pushed.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, we're sorry. You've been here so long. Here's a nice long run of champ."
You're going to get like 200 plus days as champ.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Raw. It was a decent Raw. Not too bad. Good matches all around. Good segments. It was good. SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was good as well.
I guess we're going to start off with, I think Rudy had a little Rudy's wrestling rant he wants to do to start us off.
Yeah, what the hell are they doing to Lana? Like, she goes through all this training and stuff, and then what? She has a good match with Naomi at a pay-per-view and then gets squashed like 2 weeks in a row now. And in like record time, this SmackDown? Like, what the hell, man? What is it with creative where they like, oh, here, we're gonna like rework you and bring you back just to lose. Like she's like a male Kurt Hawkins right now, dude. Like she comes back and that's all that's been happening. It's just losing. Like they don't have to keep matching her against Naomi for the title. Like do something with her that isn't involving like her getting squashed. I'm sorry, that really kryptonites my Superman. Grinds my gears.
Yeah, we see where you're coming from with that. I agree. They should probably have her do some more dark matches, things like that.
I feel like they rushed her a little too much to be on the main.
They can't. She's too
part.
big to send her down to like NXT to train.
Well, no, they could have just had her wrestle like what they did before she got hurt a while back and everything was have her train but keep it private. Like they didn't have to do what they did with Eva Marie, where they gave her the private stuff and then had her wrestle on NXT for a while. They didn't need to do that.
Terrible.
Yeah. But they didn't need to do that. They could have just left it alone, just had her train in private, let her get better, let her make like an impact somewhere. But no, they kind of just set it up as, oh, she's making her debut and everything. Okay match at Money in the Bank. 2 squash matches. What's the point of giving her a finisher if they're just going to kick out at 2? Not even 2.5, 2 3/4. 2.
Yeah.
There's no point. That just means, well, she hit her with the best shot. It's not even close to being anything good. I like her finisher, though. I think her finisher is better than I think it's better than the Colossus.
Most finishers are better than the Colossus.
Very true.
And Jesus. And then we saw the return of John Cena and Rusev.
I love Rusev.
Rusev is the man. You know what? Yeah, they're going to have another flag match. There's going to be some good wrestling, though.
That match is going to be good. I think Battleground is going to be a really good pay-per-view with the matches they have set up. They set up AJ versus Owens again. which hopefully this one won't end in a count out. But, I think this one's going to be a really good match between the two. Punjabi prison match is something different. Both guys are able to move. I don't think it's going to be the greatest match in the world, but it's better than having, like, Great Khali and Undertaker, or Undertaker Big Show and Batista Great Khali in it. It's two guys who have a decent enough frame and body where they can do stuff and move around and actually, perform.
I just hope out of this, Rusev gets some form of. Thank you for putting my drink down. Some form of push in all of this.
I'm sure he will. I mean, Rusev's kind of went from that foreign person everyone hated to, we like you.
Well, that's because he can wrestle.
Yeah.
You do realize the people who get cheered are the ones who can actually wrestle.
Yeah.
And he can move too. He can move for a guy his size.
Which
He's
is good.
agile. He's agile. Yeah.
We had the rap battle.
I thought that was funny.
I
thought
liked
there was
it.
a lot
Usos
of
were
funny
just
moments.
Terrible, though.
No, I think the Usos had a lot of funnier lines than the New Day, in a sense. I liked how they brought up Xavier Woods being rated R. That
Yep.
has to do with the Paige sex tape. That was awesome.
But I mean, there's more we can say, more they could have said on that.
Well, they had to be PG, whatever. But, and especially after the LeVar Ball scenario and his son. Beat the N-word Jim.
But I mean, they had Kofi make the we do joke. If you're barely hanging out
like
more
how
than your
he
we
brought-
do.
I like how he brought out a fucking hot dog for that. That was hilarious.
Like a fucking little, like, jerkin-sized hot dog.
It was hilarious. No, I thought all in all that segment was good. I thought they both did, good stuff. I don't know why they had a posse though.
Yeah.
It's just randomly they both show up with a posse.
What are these people?
Just random people. Like half of the Usos people were like had like their faces were covered. So it's like
Yeah, it's like,
What?
you're just random people we found on the street.
yeah,
Like a bunch of homeless people. Here you go.
dress them up in all black and shit. Yeah.
Here, just put this on. We don't want to see that you haven't shouted in 3 years.
Are you peeing in the ring? No, I'm just.
When do I get my beer?
Yeah, that's about it on SmackDown. That was good.
Yeah.
So that was that. I guess. But it's leading into
We got Great Balls of Fire this Sunday.
Great Balls of Fire on Sunday. I think Vince named it that on purpose because the card they have has the potential to be the pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
It really does.
We have Neville versus Tozawa,
That's a good match. It's on the pre-show, though.
which is just stupid
I'm
because that's
so
going to be
upset.
so
I would rather,
good.
as much as I love Enzo and Cass, I would rather that be on the pre-show.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be a 5-minute match.
Yeah, oh God.
3 of it's going to be Enzo cutting a promo.
Yeah.
And then Enzo is gonna like have some form of assault on Cass, and then Cass is just gonna clock him, and then he's just gonna dominate him.
He's going to boot him and throw him.
Yeah, he's going to boot him. He's going to throw him around. He's going to hit the Empire Elbow, and he's going to do some sort of, maybe a new finisher for Cass.
Which I think he could use if they're going to have him give him a big singles run.
Yeah, no Empire Elbow.
And I also wonder what Big Cass's entrance theme is gonna be now, since Enzo has the Big Cass Enzo theme.
Yeah.
Well, last week we heard Cass's.
Did we?
Yeah. That's him. I don't know the name of the song, but it's him singing another song.
It's probably his original one.
Yeah.
Before they started tagging in NXT, but anyway, no, I think that'll be fine. It'll be a good segment to have, especially with how much they've invested into this segment.
But still, as
I
a
really
pre-show
wish-
match, that Tozawa Neville's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I think it's gonna be a great match, and especially if it's on the pre-show. That means they're gonna have more time than they normally would. They're
Okay.
probably gonna have at least 12 to 15 minutes.
Who's winning the Tozawa Neville?
Neville holding
Neville
on.
still?
As much as I want Tozawa to win, I don't think he'll win it at this pay-per-view. Maybe Neville loses at SummerSlam to someone. Maybe a little more down the line he'll lose it at some point. But right now, I just see them having Neville hold on and just he's gonna run with it. He is the cruiserweight division.
Yeah. Okay, Enzo, Amara, Big Cass.
Cass is gonna win
Yeah, I think we all agree Cass is
because
gonna
if
win.
Enzo wins, it just ruins all credibility for Cass.
Oh, absolutely.
It ruins everything. Alexa Bliss, Sasha, good match again. Another good match. We'll see how it goes. I think
Who do you
Alexa.
think's-
I think Alexa holds on. I think if someone's gonna win it, it'll probably be SummerSlam.
Yeah, it's going to be down the road. I think it's too early.
Yeah.
She's going to hold it a little while
Alexa
longer.
may win by like disqualification or something like that, or count out, just walk out.
Yeah. After that, we also have the Intercontinental Championship match, The Miz versus Dean Ambrose.
Again, that match is going to be good. I'm getting kind of tired of seeing this feud, but again, they're going to put on a solid match, regardless of what you think of the feud. I think it's going to be at least a 3, maybe 3.5, 4-star match.
Yeah, I think having The Miz with his new little posse going on, I think he has to hold it again, take Dean Ambrose out of the picture for the Intercontinental,
Yeah,
put someone else up against it.
absolutely. I agree. Speaking of different people, Heath Slater put on a good match with Miz on Raw.
He did.
I thought that was really cool and a good match for him. They both did well. Good segment. I thought it was good.
Yeah, Miz ripped his pants.
He did. He had a huge ass hole right by his butt. Butt cheeks were hanging out. No. Who else is wrestling this Sunday?
We have the
Strowman versus
Strowman versus Roman.
I think. I don't know about that one. That one's a toss up because if they're gonna do what they want to do, which is Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam, then I think Roman's gonna win. But how do you kill off Strowman? How do you make him lose?
Well, you have by winning it. They keep saying you have to drive the ambulance away. I could see Dean getting him in there, and then right before it drives off, he just breaks the door down
Maybe
and be like, "No,
he's gonna do something cool.
I'm not finished with you."
Something which is more over than anything Roman has done.
Ever.
Yeah. Tag title match.
Yeah, Sheamus is our.
I think that's
Hardys.
cool that they're doing an Iron Man match for that.
Yeah,
That's going to be cool. 30 minutes of just straight up tag team wrestling. Both tag teams are great. I think it's going to be good.
I just look forward to seeing just those 4 again because they put on hell of a show.
they really do. The next match is we have Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt.
I'm probably gonna give it to Seth this one because Bray's
allergic to pay-per-view wins.
Bray's just allergic. Has been allergic to like everything recently. Like it's like, hey, we pushed him. There you go. That's it. That's all he's getting.
What's sad is he had the potential to be the next Undertaker. Could be not like as big as the Undertaker, but he had that type of that aura to him. He drew the crowd to him. He puts people in seats. People pay attention when he's on TV. They pay attention in the arena. You see all the cell phone lights go off when he works. So obviously he's got a following and fans, and he's a good wrestler.
I mean, if you don't count, what's it called, Finn Balor, when he's like the demon Finn Balor, Bray's like legitimately like the only one in wrestling right now with a gimmick. Like a real gimmick.
Pretty much. Yeah, there's no one really with gimmicks anymore. There's no gimmicks anymore, really, for anyone. Well, Goldust back
Goldust.
again, but that's not...
And, when Undertaker comes around, he's, that's the Undertaker. But even now, when you look at Undertaker, or look at him in the last...
couple of years.
I want to say at least 10 years, he doesn't rock the whole...
No, he's not the whole Ministry of Darkness Undertaker back in the day,
or like the gloves and the tie and all that. And he's wearing like legit like wrestling attire now.
Yeah,
where comparatively back in the day.
Yeah, and the MMA gloves.
Yeah, that's right. And but I mean, I guess if Kurt Angle ever steps back into the ring, that's kind of like a gimmick. He's like the All-American, Olympian wrestler.
Won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, no, I think it's fine. I don't know. I still think Seth is going to win that match because you can't have him lose after you just announced him as a cover of WWE.
Exactly.
2K18.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
Seth. You
Seth.
can't. So I think Seth wins.
And then probably the biggest match of the night, Brock Lesnar versus Samoa Joe.
Brock wins, but I think it's a whole fucking brutal fight.
Absolutely.
They are going to beat the shit out of each other.
There's going to be a lot of stiff shots, a lot of hard slams going on in this match.
There's definitely going to be blood, I think. I'm pretty sure at some point Brock or
will
Joe.
get cut somehow, like
Yeah.
always. Yeah.
I'm not, trying to like predict what's going on here, but I could see Brock taking off the MMA gloves and just doing what he did to Orton and just going at Joe, just looking like busted him up. I could see it. I could see this ending pretty dirty.
Yeah, it's definitely going to end dirty. I don't think he's going to take like the gloves off. It's not going to be the beating like he gave Orton.
Oh God, poor Orton.
Yeah, that killed Orton.
Yeah, but that was worked out, and then that was talked about just like Orton, Brock, Heyman, and Vince. Those were the only people who knew, and that's why it was such controversial stuff because no one knew. And Jericho went after Brock backstage after that. He was like, "What are you doing? You got to do it," because he's protecting Orton and he's protecting the guys. And Brock was like, "Relax, it was a work." So, and then even Vince told Jericho, he's like, "We planned this. This is how it worked. It wasn't supposed to look that bad, but this is what
it was that bad.
we did."
Hell of a gash.
Yeah, he got him pretty good. But no, I still think that match is going to be awesome.
Okay, Rudy, who do you think is going to win that match?
I'm going with Lesnar, man. It's just that's all there is to it. He's fucking Lesnar. I mean, you know what? It would be cool to see Joe, but I mean, given what Lesnar's done in like recent couple years, and then the streak, dominating Cena, doing all this dominating Triple H, doing all this crazy shit, man. I'm still gonna go with Lesnar.
He's going to hold the belt for a while.
He's definitely gonna hold the belt for a while. He's gonna drop it at WrestleMania to Reigns, like they're saying right now, dude.
That'd be terrible if he drops
now
it
I
to
think
Reigns.
they're starting to push Reigns versus Cena at Mania.
See, I would like to see that.
I'm okay with that. I would like to see
That'd
that.
be a lot
I
better.
think that'd be good. Because I think they're trying to do Reigns versus Lesnar at SummerSlam just to have that match. And then I think Brock's going to win. And then later on throughout that, they're going to have Reigns versus Cena because Cena's a free agent. So
Well, this feud so far between Joe and Lesnar has been fantastic.
it has been. It's been set up perfectly.
Like, I think I'm actually going to go Joe on this one. I think it's going to be the shock of the night. It's going to be the talk of the show.
Could be.
You're going to hear it everywhere. Samoa Joe choked out Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it could be something. And Joe's older than people think he is. He's up there in age. So his window is like now, maybe next year.
Yeah, but he is that good that
But
he can
is
take
exactly.
Lesnar.
He's always been that good.
He's faced some of the biggest names in the industry throughout his career. Even some of the biggest names we have now in the WWE. He has faced them. He has beat them. Now he's on to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, dude. I mean, okay. See, I want to give it to Lesnar, and I still am gonna say, Lesnar's gonna win this. But I can totally see where you're coming from. I could see Joe winning because, hey, man, we were thrown off guard when Goldberg came back and freaking destroyed Lesnar. Yeah.
Like, how excited would people be? SummerSlam, Lesnar versus Joe 2.
Just throwing Joe in with anyone else. Joe with the title itself.
Joe versus Reigns will be great.
Joe versus Reigns would be good. Joe versus Rollins would be good. Although we've already seen it. Joe versus Finn. We saw that in NXT. It'd be good to see on the main roster
Absolutely.
now. Even Joe versus Cena. Cena's a free agent. Oh, I want to challenge the Universal title at SummerSlam. And you know what? You're new, Joe. I'm trying to break you into the business.
I've been
And
broken in for
Joe's
years.
been like, I've been wrestling longer than you.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I just haven't been here. And now that I am here, I've been a champion quicker than you.
I think it's
Have
good.
them go at it.
I really think Joe's going to walk out of great testicles that are on fire as the champion.
Great testicles and heat.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yes.
Vroom, vroom, ladies.
We
Here
all-
comes the Joe train.
We all need Jesus.
Stop touching each other, okay? Stop.
Sorry. I'm the same. We're the same person.
Yeah,
we
we're
both have
both
the
Keith.
same name. We're both, it's just
You're
masturbation.
just mad we're not touching you.
Do you really want to touch me dressed in...
No, you're all sweaty with that little one piece on.
I can't tell if it's sweat or if it's baby oil you put on.
It's a little bit of both.
All right. All right. Moving on.
Yeah, I guess to finish up.
I did that for the wrong.
Guess to finish this up for tonight.
We could talk about
Slammiversary,
Slammiversary. Yep.
which I thought was
good.
great. I liked it a lot.
TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever they want to call themselves, they're now Global Force Impact. They got rid of the TNA name. They got rid of Impact in a sense. They're trying to get rid of that name because that name is really dragging them down. Because whenever you hear TNA or Impact, you think of what was, and it was bad. Well, if you hear TNA, you're thinking of tits and ass, but yeah.
I mean, I always liked the X Division. I thought those matches
The
were
X
great to
Division
watch.
was what made it, and the six-sided ring is what made
They had that back.
cool. But then they got rid of it at one point. The X Division was kind of like pushed aside. Now the X Division's on a focal point again.
Yeah.
Awesome. Six-sided ring is back. Awesome. They got good names in there. They don't have these old-ass veterans anymore. Like, the oldest veteran I think they have there is Del Rio.
Which is a
And
great
he's
person to
not
have.
that old.
No.
They have LAX. They have Conan and Homicide, but they're not wrestling. They're barely doing anything. They have a younger tag team wrestling now. And at Slammiversary, Conan said, "Oh, we got one more member of LAX, and when he's here, the real hostile takeover happens." I heard a rumor from a taping. Del Rio's the new member.
That'd be nice.
Now they have the world champ. They have the tag titles. LAX is going to take over again.
Yep.
That's going to be good.
Los Angeles International Airport.
Yeah, exactly.
LAX.
What else? What else was a good match? D'Angelo
Yeah.
Williams looked really good for someone who's never really wrestled before. He really took the time to get himself ready for this match and to not look stupid.
And I think he did a good job at not looking stupid.
He did. Well, I think he has enough athletic ability to be able to get himself to learn this stuff fast enough.
Yeah.
It's all about performing, though. And he looked really good performing. The only thing I will say is he went a little too far on that one frog splash that was supposed to go through the table. It didn't break. But other than that, it was good. I really like Eli Drake in that match as well. Eli Drake is a really good wrestler. I think he's probably going to make his way into WWE soon. There's been rumors he's probably going to leave TNA. But no, the fact that Jeff Jarrett now has Global Force as a name and is on TV because they're changing the name to Global Force Impact, he has a name on TV. People are going to probably start watching because he's going to bring the Global Force roster in as well, which they've been doing. They've had the Global Force and the Impact
He
roster
just has to hope he
together.
doesn't make the same mistakes they were
Well,
with TNA.
back then, when he was trying to make those decisions, he had Dixie Carter in there who had more money, more ownership. She was making more of the decisions because of the money. When Jarrett was running it, TNA was up and coming, and it was one of those things where it was like
Vince was scared.
they can compete with WWE. It's another. They're up and coming. They're like a couple small moves away from really being that second option. I mean, granted, it was a second option. It was pretty much WWE's graveyard at one point. Anyone
Yeah.
who wasn't good enough to be main roster people there went to TNA and were
Main roster people.
like world title people. Ken Anderson, when he went, Jeff Hardy won how many titles in
Numerous.
TNA? Matt Hardy won the title a couple times. Rob Van Dam was a world champion there. Kurt Angle was a big. I mean, Kurt Angle left because he had an addiction problem, and then he was getting that cleaned up, and TNA was something new for him.
Yeah.
And he didn't have to wrestle as much compared to WWE. So that worked out for him. Sting was good there until the end. Once it got to the end, it was bad.
That's because he was
Getting
too
old. But Sting when he first joined TNA, his first like 3 or 4 years there was good. I thought it was good. Christian, WWE had no intent of making Christian a focal point. He goes to TNA. He's a world champion. He's a main guy. He was excellent. He deserved it. So
I mean, TNA was essentially kind of like WCW. You know, it was when TNA was like rivaling WWE for a while. It was kind of like the Monday Night Wars again. Especially if you look at the TNA logo, it looked like the WCW logo before.
in a sense, yeah, I could see that, especially since they had Hogan and Bischoff fuck it up.
That's true.
It was like
Sadly.
WCW all over again.
And on a quick note for Sting, I did like that run when he was like the Joker for a
Yeah,
while.
I thought it was different and cool.
And like Hulk Hogan was all like freaking out and shit.
Yeah. Well, I think now they're in the right direction again. They got the right people backing it. It's going to be a good show to watch again. They're going to have the right people there. But Slammiversary, all in all, really good card, really good matches all together. And I think Impact's on its way back up again.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what else they have to bring.
Yeah. And Slammiversary is 15 years of them being there, so they had to put on a big show.
They did.
And they still have Lashley. Lashley's good now that they're using him to his potential the right way compared to WWE, where they didn't really use him the right way.
Black Lesnar.
Yeah, Black Lesnar.
And then WWE has Apollo Crews now,
Oh
who they're
god.
not going to use correctly.
Oh god, they haven't since he's stepped on the main roster.
Here, go with Titus O'Neil.
See, that's fine. I think Titus has been great as a manager.
But they have to let him win matches.
He does every now and then, but he's not going to beat Braun Strowman.
No, not at all.
I would put Cena in a match with Strowman, and I still think Cena should lose to Strowman. I think Cena would even say he should lose to Strowman because he's
There's
that
not many
over.
people that should be able to beat Strowman at this point.
He's like a
Maybe Brock. That's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe Joe.
But that's a maybe. 'cause
Maybe Brock, maybe Joe. I'm talking about people who maybe should beat him, and that's close enough. Like, it's believable if somehow they catch him and he wins.
Rusev.
If they push him better than they have been,
Make Rusev look more convincing. Yes.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't screw him up again.
Yeah,
I love Rusev. Rusev's one of my favorites.
I don't want him to be a Great Khali 2.0.
Please push Rusev.
Yeah, but Great Khali couldn't wrestle, Rudy.
I
Yeah.
know, but still, man. They did. You know who could actually wrestle? What the hell was his name? Vladimir Kozlov, I think it was.
Vladimir Kozlov.
That guy could wrestle. WWE. They turned him into a joke, and he could wrestle. Heidenreich.
Have you seen Kozlov recently? He is ripped.
That's because he lost a lot of weight and he's been doing MMA.
Like, he looks more ripped than Jinder Mahal.
And that's a scary kind of rip.
Yeah. That's like steroid rip. Like, Kozlov looks like he's a Russian beast.
Yeah. No, I'm just
That's why.
saying, man. I just don't want Rusev to be like one of the next like big joke dudes. You know.
Santino Marella.
Santino
Santino Morel was never good. He was aware of that. He was just in it for the show, and that's the whole reason why people liked him. And you know what? I didn't mind him.
He
'cause
is better
was
than
fun.
James Ellsworth,
I would pay to see that match.
who is suspended for 30 days.
Suspended for 30 days and a $10,000 fine. He has to pay.
his paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough to fix the chin.
He's like, man, there goes my chin surgery.
Things good.
Thanks, guys. No, but Ellsworth versus Santino. I want that booked.
Book it now.
Book it
Santino
now.
would dominate him.
Oh, shit.
It'd still be funny.
Like,
No
Santino,
chin.
Gilbert,
Gilbert.
James Ellsworth, Hornswoggle. It would come down to
Fatal Four.
Hornswoggle
Four-way.
and Santino Marella.
No, he has to come in dressed as Santina.
Santino Marella.
Still.
I mean, it's okay,
The
James Ellsworth,
first
what the fuck?
ever transsexual fight. Jamie Ellsworth versus Santina.
Book it now.
Buy your tickets.
I would pay good money for that.
Pudding match.
Okay, that's too far.
No.
That way, that we were at the line, we were towing the line, and now it's
Got it.
over.
I got it. Bra and panties.
Perfect.
God damn it.
He's sitting there.
Keith is so excited over all this talk.
Guys,
right
I'm hiding this half chub I got going on right now.
You want to stink face?
Oh, God, stay away.
now. Okay, well, we're all going to go into my bed now. That's it for tonight's
We're
show.
getting really gay, guys. Really gay.
TV show's all about.
Unless either of you have anything else to add.
I just want to let you all know that I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
So, which one of us is Scotty Too Hottie and which one's Grandmaster Sexy?
Grandmaster Sexy Scotty Too Hot.
Can you do the worm?
A little bit. It's not very great, but it's okay.
You can do a little bit of worm.
You might hurt your knee. I might be a little better with it.
May hurt my back.
Fine. You're Scotty Too Hot. You're Jerry's kid. There you go.
I'm Jerry the King Lawler's kid. All right.
Okay.
Grandmaster Sexy.
Have fun with your drugs.
Shut up, Brian.
Good night.
Ow.